This session is going to be recorded. Okay? So, good afternoon, grade 7 students. In this video, we're going to talk about our new lesson about the blood groups. It's called the ABO system. The ABO system, blood groups. First, we have some information about the blood groups, the discovery of the blood groups, and blood transfusion. What the meaning of blood transfusion? التبرع بالدم. Transfusion of blood. So mixing blood from two individuals can lead to something called blood clumping, or it's called agglutination. So this will have fatal consequences and toxic reactions and may lead to death. So first, blood groups and the blood typing. Let's start. What is the blood made up of? So the adult human has about 4 to 6 liters of blood. So we have, as an adult human has about 4 to 6 liters of blood that circulate in the body. Among others, we have blood transport oxygen to different parts in the body. Blood consists of different types of cells. First, let's talk about the red blood cells. Red blood cells, they are called the RBCs. RBC, red blood cell. They contain a special protein that binds to oxygen. This protein is called hemoglobin. So hemoglobin is found inside the red blood cells. It has an important role. It binds, it attaches to oxygen. Red blood cells, what do? The function of the red blood cells is to transport oxygen and to remove carbon dioxide from the tissues. They transport oxygen toward the body tissues. The red blood cells, they transport oxygen to the tissues, to the cells inside our body, and they remove carbon dioxide from these tissues. Okay, this is the role of the red blood cells. Now, let's move to the white blood cells. All of them, red blood cells, white blood cells, and now they're going to move to the platelets and the plasma. They are constituents of the blood. So the white blood cells, they fight infection. So they are the soldiers. Remember when we talk about the immune system, we said that the immune system, it's the army that protects our body against foreign attacks by human parasites or something like this. So these are called the soldiers inside the body, the white blood cells. They have an important role. What do? They fight infection. Platelets. Platelets, they have the blood to clot. So if you have a wound or an injury, for example, they have to clot the blood. This is the role of the platelets. The plasma, they contain salts and they contain different kinds of proteins. So I repeat, the red blood cells, they have an important role in transportation of oxygen and carbon dioxide. They transport oxygen to the cells and they get from the cells carbon dioxide. The white blood cells, they are the soldiers in the army. They are the soldiers in the immune system. So they have an important role in protection and fighting against infection. The platelets. What is the role of the platelet? The platelets, they have in clotting the blood. If we have an injury, so they have a role in clotting the blood. The plasma, they contain salts and different kinds of proteins. So differences in human blood are due to the presence or absence or a special protein molecules. These proteins, they are called antigens and antibodies. We're going to talk about them in details. The antigens, they are located on the surface of the red blood cells, and the plasma, they are and the antibodies, they are found in the plasma. So individuals, they have different types and different combinations. So why do we have blood group A, for example? Why do we have blood group B? Why do we have blood group AB? Why do we have blood group O? First of all, different blood groups, we have 4 different blood groups. Blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB, and blood group O. Okay? Why do we have these blood groups? This is due to the presence of different antigens and antibodies. How can we determine this? We're going to know. So the blood group that you depend, it belongs to that inherited from your parents. For example, my blood group A, maybe I inherited this from my mom or from my dad. So it's related to something called genetics. It inherited from the parents, from my mom and from my dad. Let's start first about the ABO blood grouping system. ABO, as I said, we have 4 different types. We have blood group A, we have blood group B, we have blood group AB, and we have blood group O. Pay attention to start with these. Blood group A. Always and always, the blood group has the same antigen as the blood group. For example, blood group A, you have antigen A. So antigen A, since we have blood group A. For example, blood group B, we have antigen B, since we have blood group B. So always the antigen is similar to the blood group. Okay? So for example, first of all, blood group A. If you belong to blood group A, what you should have? You should have antigen A on the surface of your blood cells. So great. We have antigen A. What antibody do we have? So blood group A has antigen A. We said that and it's clear. Now, what's the meaning of antibody? Which antibody? The antibody in the same blood group should not be the same as the antigen. For example, my blood group is A. Okay, so Maya blood group is A. So Maya has antigen A. What type of antibodies? It should not have the same antibody as the blood group. So the antibody should be different. If the blood group is A, so we have antigen A on the surface of the red blood cells. What type of antibodies we have? We have B antibodies. So B antibodies, they are different from A, so that they can attack each other. So here, blood group A, always, the blood group has the same antigen, but different antibodies. So blood group A antigen is the same as the blood group. So the antigen is A. Antibody, opposite. So it's going to be antibody B. So if you look at the figure here, if we have antigen A and antibody B, antigen A is similar to the blood group. So we have blood group A. Maybe in the quiz, I'm going to give you this picture, tell you what is the blood group of the person shown in this figure. It has antigen A, so immediately the blood group is A. Moving to blood group B. Blood group B, if you belong to the blood group B, which antigen do you have? The same as the blood group. So you have antigen B. Antibodies should be the opposite. So you have antigen B, should not be the same, should be the opposite of the antigen. So it's going to be antibody A in the plasma. You have a look at this figure here. Figure it has B antigen and A antibody. The antigen is similar to the blood group, so the blood group is B. Okay? Moving to the blood group AB. Mr. Muhammad, for example, have blood group AB. I have blood group AB. So I should have both antigens, A and antigen B. So you have both antigens, A and B. Wait a minute. What type of antibodies do we have? If I have antigen A and antigen B. So if I have antibody A, it will attack the antigen A. If I have antibody B, it will attack the antigen B. So the blood group AB, it has no antibodies. Why? Because we have the 2 antigens, A and B. Here, the blood group AB, it's called the universal recipient. Why? Because it can receive blood from all different blood groups. Blood group O. Blood group O, if you belong to blood group O, it's called the null blood group. Blood group O, we don't have antigen O. This is special. Antigen O, we don't have antigen O. So blood group O, it doesn't have antigen A nor antigen B. So there is no antigens in the blood group. So if I gave you this figure, there is no antigens, immediately this is the blood group O. Blood group O, it have both antibodies. It have antibody A and antibody B. So you have to know this. I will repeat them. Blood group A, as I said, it has the same antigen as the blood group. So the antigen is A. The opposite is the antibody. So we have antibody B. So immediately, whenever you see any figure having antigen A, the blood group is A. Antigen A alone, I said. So antigen A, the blood group is A. While with antigen A, we should have B antibody and not A antibody because they will attack each other. We have them A and antibody A. For example, we have two opposite to each other. Okay, so A should not be present with antibody A unless we will have something called agglutination. So agglutination in blood and may lead to fatal consequences and consequently may lead to death. But group B, as I said, it has the same antigens. So the antigen is B. Antibody is the opposite. So we have antibody A. Blood group AB and group O, they are special. So blood group AB has both antigens, antigen A and antigen B. So since we have the both antigens A and B, so no antibodies to attack them. So there is no antibody A, no antibody B. But group O, or the null group, you don't have antigen A nor antigen B. But we have antibody A and antibody B. But group O is called the universal donor. هو يعطي الكل can donate blood to all different blood groups. RH factor, blood grouping system. RH factor, you know something that you hear about the blood group of, for example, Hassan as AB positive, or A negative, or B positive, or O negative. The one that determines whether it's positive or negative is having RH factor. This is an antigen, similar to antigen A and antigen B. This is an antigen. So if you have it, you are RH plus, you are positive. If you don't have it, meaning that you are RH negative. So the person with positive, for example, I am AB positive. So I have the rhesus antigen, RH factor. I have this factor, so I am positive. So a person with RH minus blood doesn't have RH antibodies. So this will explain the positive or negative. So if I have RH antigen, so I'm positive. If I don't have it, so I am negative. So, but a person with RH minus blood can develop RH antibodies. This is an information. I don't want you to concentrate on this and to focus on it. So you have to know only from the RH factor. You have to know that the RH factor, it determines whether it's positive or negative. If you have it, so I am positive. If I don't have it, so I am negative. These two slides, you have to explain them by these two sentences. If I have RH factor, so I am RH plus, so I'm positive. If I don't have the RH factor, so I'm blood group is going to be as a negative, like O negative, B negative, and so on. So according to the blood grouping system, you can belong to either one of these 8 blood groups. So first of all, we'll talk that we have only 4. We have A, B, AB, and O. Now we have 4, they become 8 right now. So 8 blood groups. We have A or H plus, so we are positive. A or H minus, so we are negative. B or H plus, we are B positive. B or H minus, meaning that we are B negative. AB or H plus, meaning that it's positive. So questions, please. We are going to postpone the questions till the end of the session. AB or H plus is going to be AB positive. AB or H minus is going to be AB negative. O or H plus is going to be O positive, and O or H minus is going to be O negative. So A, we have positive and negative. This is the positive one. This is the negative. B, also we have RH plus and RH minus. AB, we have RH plus and RH minus. O, we have RH plus and RH minus. So do you know which blood group you belong to? You have to know, and you have to ask your parents about. So, blood transfusion. Of course, you can always give a blood to person with blood groups A and B, to blood person with blood group B, and so on. But in some cases, we can donate. So transfusion will work if a person is going to receive has a blood group that doesn't have antibodies. Let's say for this table. Blood group, let's start with the blood group A. Okay, I'm going to start with this. Blood group A. Blood group A, which antigen? So I have antigen A. Which antibody? We have antibody B. So blood group A can donate only to A and AB. While it can receive only from A and O. Blood group B. Blood group B, we have antigen B. The antibodies, they are antibody A. They can give blood group to B and AB. Did you see here? Common is AB. AB can get blood from A and B. And let's see, it can get only from O and from AB. That's why it's called the universal recipient. AB can get blood from the different blood groups, while blood group B can receive only from B and O. Blood group AB. Blood group AB, as I said, has both antigens A and B, while it has no antibodies. So blood group AB can give blood only to AB, while it can receive blood from AB, from A, from B and O. AB هو البخيل. Mr. محمد هو البخيل. ياخد من الكل بس ما بيعطي إلا اللي مثله. So I can get blood from AB, from A, from B, from O, but I can't give and can't donate unless to the same blood group, which is AB. And the last one, which is blood group O. Blood group O, it has no antigens, as we said, but it has both antibodies, antibody A and antibody B. So blood group O, as you see here, it can donate blood to the different blood groups, can donate to the A, to the B, to the AB, and to the O. That's why the blood group O is called the universal donor and can receive only from the O. So blood group O, what is special, it can give blood to all the different blood groups. So it's called the universal donor. While blood group AB, it can receive from the all blood groups. It can receive blood from the all different blood groups, but it can get only to the blood group AB. That's why blood group AB is called the universal recipient, who will بخيل, can get from all the blood groups. Okay, guys? Hope this will help you. I don't want to go into positive and negative. This is not your issue in grade 7 and 8. So it's not your issue about the AB positive can give AB positive or AB negative and so on. So you have to know that the blood groups we have not 4, we have 8 blood groups. We have A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, O positive, and O negative. These are 8 different blood groups. You have to know that blood group A, it has antigen A and antibody B. You have to know that blood group A can give blood only to A and AB and can receive only from A and O. Blood group AB, blood group B, sorry, it has antigen B and antibody A. The blood group B can give to B and AB and can receive only from B and O. Blood group AB, it has both antigens A and B and has no antibodies. They can give to blood group AB only, and they can receive from AB, from A, from B, and O. While the blood group O has no antigens, it has antibodies A and B. Blood group O can give blood to the different blood groups A, B, AB, and O, and can receive only from O. You have to know the different components of the blood. There are red blood cells. What do they do? You have to know what is hemoglobin. It's the protein that binds to the oxygen. You have to know that white blood cells, they fight against infection. You have to know that the platelets, they have the blood to clot. Okay? So hope this video will help you to understand very well about the blood groups.